frustrating. Sergeant, Sergeant, can't you see? My poor feet are killing me. When I get a 3-day pass, I'm gonna kick the sergeant's left, 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 right, left. You can't see my baby's face. There you go. Okay. Hey. 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 You like? Water in air, water in air. We're at 5, and we'll go ahead and get started here. Oh, excuse me. Are we ready? Okay. I'll think about it. There you go. Greetings, family. Welcome to another one of your Frank 26 UB2Bs. I get a kick out of saying that. UB2Bs. Anyways, it's kind of like saying that guy from the GOI. What's his name? Halibusi. How you doing, Halibusi? I greet you with agape love, and I greet you with a smile on my face. Everything that we are doing tonight is all in my opinion, which ain't worth much of anything. It's a study of the Iraqi dinar, and we don't offer you a date. We don't offer you a rate. We offer you hopefully a comprehensive study of what's going on. And today is Friday. What do I do on Fridays? I come on our UB2B and I talk to you for like about 30, 40 minutes. And then I leave and I go to my forum. If you're not a member of my forum, which is KTFalways.com, you should be. Because you see, we reference an awful lot from our forum. And it's nice if you are with us and, in our study and understanding what it is that we're referencing to and talking about. I had I had a bunch of people last time I was on, 2 days ago, that were posting and they were saying, what's a writer? If you're asking that question at this stage of the progress of the monetary reform, well, then you're brand new. You're what's called a newbie. And I don't answer those questions because I expect you to know that by now. Shoot, we've been talking about writers for 2 years. And I know that in order to make a proper decision, a person should acquire all data, preferably empirical data, in order to make a proper decision, right? So, what do? You Google dinar study, dinar currency, whatever. And out pops up all of these people with their opinions. You scare me sometimes, what I read. Today I had a phone call from a sweet couple. I think from Wisconsin or something, but so sweet. I could hear her in the background trying to help her husband to, and tell him this and tell him that. And what happened is that they called me and they said, Mr. Frank, I'm sorry to bother you, but is it true? And I said, what? Well, actually, first they sent me a text, approaching me quietly. Is it true? And the text said, there's 3 places already that have announced that the value of the dinar has gone up, and they're all exchanging, Mr. Frank. Is it true? Oh, it just touched me because, anybody asking me that kind of a question obviously is innocent. Is innocent. So I picked up the phone, I called him, and sure enough, it turned out to be an elderly couple. Mr. Frank, I don't mean to take up too much of your time, but my wife and I, we was wondering, is it true? I said, well, what? Where can I go exchange? Because 3 places have said that they're exchanging right now, Mr. Frank. Oh, dear. I said, where are you reading that? And then he says, well, and I could hear in the background, tell me it's this place, and tell me it's that place. And, okay. And as he tells me, the very first place that he said was, I said, stop. Stop. Just stop. The place you just named right now, that has a bad reputation. That place, they lie on purpose. And he says, why? I said, I don't know why. I suppose they want to be champions of intel. So they tell you what they want you to hear. Because you get excited. And you don't forget that first kiss. Do you? I didn't. Oh, you don't forget your first kiss either? It wasn't with me, that's for sure.
My first kiss with you.
No, it wasn't.
I said with you.
Huh?
First kiss with you.
Oh, that's special. Did you hear that? She remembers her first kiss with me. Well, I suppose that the first time you hear somebody tell you what you want to hear, oh, it sticks in that heart. They're kind of your heroes. And you go back to them again and again and again and again, even though, doctor, it hurts because I do this. Well, don't do this. Okay. And whatever you do, don't go to those sites that constantly lie. But it is a human instinct, isn't it? To have that itch scratched. But the good Lord even says, beware of man. Last time we were together, I told you I love you. I do my best to help you. But I'm not perfect. I'm imperfect. And in fact, my imperfection is just perfect with me and God. Because Jesus saved me. Jesus saved me from my imperfection. So anyways, I felt bad for that couple. And I told him as soon as he mentioned the first site, I said, no, stop right there, stop. And pardon me, I'm still getting over my virus. I feel a lot better, though. Do I sound better? Do I look better? So I told him, I said, look, stop right there. And I would suggest that you be a member of my forum, ktfalways.com, because if it did happen, oh, you would have known. Our site has plans of announcing, and showing you from the CBI website, not a rumor. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not like we're the impeachment inquiries. We don't deal with rumors. Oh, that was too easy. Frank won. No. So yeah, that was easy to say that because we don't deal with rumors at ktfalways.com, and we certainly aren't going to do that right now. And I wish that couple the best. I wish all of you the best. When you go and you seek information about this study, beware of man. Beware of man. Whatever you find, take it to God in prayer. And if it's something so acute like they're exchanging, don't call me. Go to my site. What's my site? ktfalways.com. And if you see fireworks on every one of our pages of our threads, something happened. If you see links for every version of Amazing Grace, from Leon Rimes to Elvis Presley to, you name it, Alan Jackson, everybody's singing Amazing Grace. Yeah, something happened. And I guess, that would be it. We would announce it. We would show you the CBI, put a little, fireworks, a little Amazing Grace, be grateful, and leave it alone. Because at that point, the hardest part of this investment is about to begin. It is about to commence. You think it's hard? You think it was, difficult on you to wait? Oh, I don't even have a watch. To wait and wait and wait until, the blessing came. Now you got the blessing in your hands. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Come on, tell me, huh? I'm gonna buy a car. I'm gonna buy $1 million home. You know that most people that gain, that inherit or win a lot of money end up losing it within about 1 to 4 years. If it isn't Uncle Sam helping you to lose it with, tax and penalties and fines and fees and everything else, you go, IRS agents. That's your job. Don't blame them. Their job is to take the money away from you that you earned so that it can run our government. What, you're going to contribute it? You're going to give it to the government every year? No. That's why it's called taxes. There you go. You see? That's what I'm telling you. That's why I'm telling you. What did it say last time? Are we back on now? We are back. Will you stop breaking my UB2B? I swear, I give you something and you break it right away. Go to your room. What's the matter with you? No soup for you. No UB2B for you. Can you hear me, by the way? I hope not. I hope not. Can you hear me? Yes, 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 yes. Oh, God. Stop breaking my UB2B. What happened here? We had, oh, look at that. We had like about 1,300 people, and all of a sudden it dropped down to 900 or something there. Um, People, I guess when too many people are trying to get through a revolving door, it gets stuck. So we shut down when everybody finds out YouTube found out about me. For those of you that belong to our forum at ktfalways.com, did you see what we posted yesterday? YouTube sent that to us. What I tell you? What I tell you? Stop breaking my UB2. You see what happened? We were at 13, almost 1,400, and then it got busted because everybody's trying to get through the revolving door all at once, and it went down to, what was it, 800 or something. Then we came back on at 900 and something, and everybody's trying to get back on again. And where are we? Back up to almost 1,100. So that's what's going on. I'm sorry. It stops, it goes, it stops, it goes. But where was I? This is the hardest part that we're starting. Or excuse me, soon we are to start the hardest part. I feel like I feel like the $1. I feel like the $1 what I just did. It was an accident, man. It was an accident. But anyways, we're going to talk about the American dollar tonight. Okay, just $1. That's all. Just $1. Anyways, yeah, the hardest part is, in my opinion, is starting now, ladies and gentlemen, because you have it, but the goal now is for you to keep it. It's difficult in this world. Like I told you, the very first thing you're going to have is our government that's going to be knocking on your door, finding every way to take it away from you. And if you don't have a good professional team to back you up, there's a good chance that you'll lose a lot of it. And then you're going to say you say to me, I'm going to buy me $1 million home. Well, that's good. Can you afford the parameters? Can you afford the tangible things of owning $1 million home? What do you mean, Frank? I don't understand. $1 million home requires $1 million insurance policy. It requires a $1 million maintenance program to keep that mansion up. You know, you got $1 million property tax to pay. You have, there's a lot to consider. So just because you buy $1 million home doesn't mean that you're going to keep that $1 million home. And a lot of people don't know that. They don't know how to keep that which they have bought. Nowhere, like I told you before, nowhere in kindergarten, grade school, high school, college, grad school, nowhere that I remember that no one ever taught me how to make money. Everywhere I went only showed me how to spend money. Okay. So I wish you all well, and God bless you in what you're about to get involved with. And I pray that you make the right decisions. Speaking of praying, we pray for the three tragedies. First of all, a naval base in Hawaii, where a shooter got angry and killed people. Then we see a UPS truck driver that did the good thing and took another fellow employee's route. That wasn't even his own route. And he was tragically killed along with an innocent person, the bystander, a man of 5 brothers and a mother of 99 years old. It's not right for parents to outlive their children. There's something unbalanced about that. And then the third tragedy this morning in Pensacola, another naval base where a Saudi Arabian knucklehead decided to show his anger towards the United States of America and went on a shooting rampage. And I think he wounded 8 people. I don't know the true numbers, but these 3 incidents are very, very tragic. And they're in our home. We pray for the families of these people that lost loved ones. And we pray that our nation can be protected by the wings of the angels from heaven above. Well, you know me. I'm going to start out by talking about a few little things, just little things, okay? And it is Friday, so I leave you and I go into my forum at ktfalways.com and I go into premium and I talk there with further information. In fact, last Friday, premium, it was a bit long, wasn't it? This one I think we can do in about 30 minutes. But I am going to give you information from the ground and commentary with it. But for right now, I want to talk about just a few little things. I won't be with you too much longer, maybe another 20, 30 minutes at the most. And then when I'm done with these little tangible parameters, then I would like to I'd like to play, I think it's like a 9-minute recording between me and Delta. Because Delta is part of our team, as you know, and his department, his teams, what they do is they translate anything in Arabic and they pay attention to the CBI. I finally introduced you to Angel One. You see his enthusiasm, his energy, and he is in charge of the study of banks, all banks for us, what they're doing and saying. Whereas Delta, his team takes care of only one bank, and that's the Central Bank of Iraq, along with the translations. Delta speaks Chaldean. And because he speaks Chaldean, he's able to understand all the different dialects. There are many. I am a Mexican who speaks Spanish, but I speak Spanish in the north, in the state of Ohio. Whereas my cousins and family members, let's say some of them that live in Texas, that speak Spanish, they speak a different dialect in Spanish. So when we get on the phone and talk to each other in Spanish, we can understand each other. But there are moments when we have to say, what? What's that mean? Dialects can be confusing and can send the wrong information, and another guru on another site might say, they're saying that they're exchanging. No, that's not what it means. Not at all. And that's why we're blessed with the very good teams that we have. Anyways, how you doing, China? Are you done with your tantrum? I feel that the Democratic desire to impeach the President of the United States is causing little cracks that the President of the United States has already made in very, very thick titanium layers. These little cracks in the titanium is because what the Democrats are doing to our president, who's setting world records around the world. The disrespect that the Democrats are showing to our president and to the citizens of the United States of America who voted in the president of the United States is causing some countries, like I said the last time that we were together, to give some lip, to give some back talk, to be a little sassy, even though the agreement was already made, wasn't it, China? So we're going to play this little tit for tat. Is that what we're going to do, China? You want to tariff me, I tariff you? It doesn't matter what you tariff us. We will tariff the living daylights out of you. It'll rock your China wall. So quit. Do it again. Break my UB2B again. Just one more time. So China, along with other countries, they put some tariffs on our soybeans and our pork production. And to be honest with you, they need it. Stupid. Why would you put tariffs on something that you need? Stupid. And it's all because of what the Democrats are doing to embarrass the leadership of this country. And the leadership of this country in the last 3 years established a lot with you, China. So please, stop it with the tariff crap. Let's move forward. Because I got a funny feeling. Donald Trump walked away from Nancy P. when she tried to embarrass him and corral him downstairs in the White House. When she had that little meeting and she accused him and called him a name. And he just got up and walked out. NATO tried to embarrass him as well, too. That knucklehead from France, Parlez-vous Français. What's his name? That guy, the Macaroni. He's stupid. You don't know that every wall has cameras? And when Trump heard you, what did he call you? A two-face? I would have called you worse. So anyways, all you countries, you better hurry up. You better hurry up and stop acting stupid with our president. Okay? When you're done, get back to the table, back to what you originally signed. Let's move forward. Especially you, China. China, you threatened, we're going to put tariffs on your Christmas stuff. Yeah. China, do you know how we got something called Black Friday? You don't know anything about. You see, on Black Friday, that's the day when all the people go out to do their shopping for Christmas. They don't do no shopping anytime after that. Online, inline, on the streets, off the streets. It's one day, Black Friday, okay? And you threaten to put tariffs on the products that would be used for Christmas. You missed the date, stupid! And Black Friday's already over with, by the way. And guess what? The few tariffs that you did put on our products that you thought were going to be, that we need for Christmas, we broke records. This Black Friday was historical. I can't give you the numbers, China, like you care, but it blew the roof off of retail sales. Our market, our economy is exploding. You can tariff all you want. You can tit for tat all you want, stupid. But America is not. We don't care what you do against us. You know what we're buying? Stuff that says made in America. Stuff that says made in America. Not made in China, not made in Japan, not made in Hong Kong, not made in Mexico. And that's something, family. All those little tags, made here, made there, made there, made there. Oh, made in what is US, what is USA? Where's that from? Oh, it's us. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's what Donald Trump is doing. He's making American products here, where Americans are buying our own products, and we're exploding our economy. The United States of America is the exact model, financial model that you, China, envy so much. I bet you'd be willing to give up a little bit of your communism just so that you could have a little bit of our financial growth. You did, didn't you? Well, you had no choice. You have internet in your country, don't you? That was a big mistake for you guys, wasn't it, China? You hate the internet, don't you? Oh, I know. You police it, you limit it, you do, kind of like what little fat Kimmy does. But your people, oh, they're Kinnaman Square. You ended up killing that poor guy that stood in front of your tank. But your people are not as naive as they used to be. So you allow them a little freedom of capital. Oh, just a little bit, huh? Yeah, that's interesting. Because you're following the model that we established, that we kind of broke away from England, but you're following the model that Russia duplicated from us. Tear down that wall, Gorbachev. Yes, sir. The next thing you know, Germany. Yes, sir. And the next thing you know, Russia becomes a capitalist nation. Ooh. Khrushchev, are you turning over in your grave? Actually, may you rest in peace. But you haunted my family. When we lived in Germany, Khrushchev, some things are not easily forgotten. So, yeah, we're breaking records, China. And I'm really talking to all the countries out there that are against what we are doing as a United States of America. Yeah, you got to get on board. Now, here's why. And here's finally I get to the moral of the story. There's a long train running, and you got off of it because of the Democrats. But you better get back on it quick. And the reason why is because it's moving fast. And that train, in my opinion, is involved with the country of Iraq. Yeah. I believe, in my opinion, that Trump may be invested in the Iraqi dinar. Maybe. I don't know. And if he did, I think he feels the same way that I feel. Lift the damn value of the currency, man. And if he feels the same way that I do, well, then I would do everything possible to see the value of that currency go up in value, right? I think that me and President Donald Trump, or President Donald Trump and I, have something in common. And I don't think that, and if I was him, I would parley the hell out of Iraq. Here, pizza cutter. Look at here, Kimmy. This is how we do it. You see that? Deng Xiaoping, or whatever your name is. Watch this. You see that? You see that? Can you afford 2 slices? Fine. Okay, you got them. And this is how we do it, you guys. We're divvying up Iraq. Now, you want to be a part of it? Good. If not, get the hell out of town and get off that train, because it's a long train of running. He got off of it for a bit. Stupid. Paying attention to the Democrats. Conflict of interest? Conflict of interest? You ask me, Frank, that's a conflict of interest? What? The president of the United States and to have Iraqi dinars? I bet you he has Canadian loonies too. Is that a conflict of interest? I bet you, didn't he go down to the border, down to Mexico, and I think he got two enchiladas and one burrito with extra guacamole on top. And when he laid out his dollar, he got back pesos. They weren't going to give him American dollars, so he got pesos back. I bet you's got some pesos too. Conflict of interest? Of course not. My sarcasm here is more of a jocularity posture. Any American citizen can profit in any legal manner. It is the illegal ones that are the problem. And like I said, oh my gosh, very soon after this coming Monday, when those reports are laid out, you're going to see a lot of illegal actions that have occurred in the last, in the last one, two, yeah, at least in the last, when Obama was around. In those 8 years when Obama was around, you're going to find out. You're going to be shocked. You're going to be shocked. But that's not for me. And I think I'm done. I think I'm done, ain't I? I don't know. No, I'm not. Hey, Kimmy, Rocket Man. Shoot. Bottle Cap Man. Stupid. All right, so let me see. What did you call our president today? You call him a doter? Doter? Is that right? Yeah, a doter? I didn't even know what the hell that word meant. Where'd you get that word? From the graffiti in your urinal stalls in your bathroom or what? I never heard of that word. It was cute. You must have hired a bunch of people to find me a different word, please. Better than Rocket Man. All right, doter. It means old, and it means weak, and it means senile. Is that right? Okay. Oh yeah. Well, you're a booger butt. I don't know. It sounded good. Well, whatever. Kimmy, get you have an opportunity, Kimmy, and you're blowing it. You have an opportunity because you've been invited, haven't you? With what's going on in the Middle East, in my opinion, haven't you, Kimmy? Anyways, buddy, we say, we say, Kimmy, you drop those little bottle caps you got. And Kimmy says, no, you drop the sanctions or I'm going to start on a new path of testing my nuclear proliferation. Go ahead, you're going to blow yourselves up anyways. Stupid. Kimmy. China. And all of you, Democrats. All of you that are against the positiveness, the momentum. You're going to be left behind. And there'll be so much exposed of your behinds. That's good, wasn't it? I worked on that one. Anyways, no, I didn't. 99.9% of what I'm saying to you when I talk to you, it's right off the cuff. Isn't it, Jan?
Yep.
99% of what I say to you is instincts. Nothing more. Somebody called me and they said today, Frank, I sure would like to be, I love what, you say the things that I want to say. Yeah. Yeah. So it comes from my heart more than anything else. And I think it may be also coming from some of your hearts as well, too. Yeah, we have an amazing explosion of jobs in the United States. And we have unemployment that has dropped tremendously. In fact, you know what? The employers of this nation of ours are finding it difficult to find employees. No, it's not because they're lazy. It's because everybody's working. That's interesting. I've only heard that one other time in my 63 years of life. There's a 50% increase in our stock markets. I lost almost everything that my mother-in-law and father-in-law left my wife when in the 8 years that Obama was around. It's a shame. But I find interesting that what man takes away from me, God finds ways of replacing it tenfold, 100-fold, 1,000-fold. Wages are up. Unemployment is down. Job records, 266,000 in just 1 month of November. And then there's the reinstatement of the Iraqi dinar. What would happen to the country of the United States of America with over 300 million citizens if a certain percentage of them was given a raise? How would it affect our economy that right now is already exploding? What would it do to our country, to our defense, to our technology? A lot. Now, I bring this up because I planted a seed with you, the number 6. And I actually finally defined it. Not the last time we were together, but the time before that one. And the President of the United States of America came out, I believe it was yesterday, and he said, no, I'm not sending, 12,000, 14,000 troops to the ground. We just froze. We're back? Hi. What was I saying?
You're gonna give up?
No, I'm not sending thousands of troops to the Middle East. I'm not sending them to the grounds of the Middle East. Okay. Yes, sir. But in my opinion, I think those numbers are in the water and in the air. Already. And it was about 3 weeks ago that President Trump told the Middle East, hey, countries, be careful with Iran. Be real careful. They might attack you. He tells the Iranian citizens, you need help? Give us information, okay? And I will not walk into this any further, probably than today. Because I'm looking for something, and you know me with words. I give you keywords, huh? I'm looking for something short. I'm looking for something small. So let's see what happens for those that are in the water and in the air surrounding Iran right now. And let us pray for them. And those we can mention because they've already mentioned it. We'll just sit back and watch the kabuki theaters, okay? I want to play you something. So I planted my seed of basically telling the other countries that we're on board, that are acting stupid because of the Democrats, you better get on board. You're running out of time. And that train will just keep, it's not going to stop. The lava flow cannot stop. A little slow down, a little delay, whatever you want, little curves, a little sneeze, whatever. But you can't stop it. Now, if you never jumped the train, you better start practicing, all you countries that are acting stupid. Number two, um, I'm looking for something small. I'm looking for something short to occur in a short and in a time in a small time frame, maybe small. Maybe 3 days is enough. So there you go. And the last thing, look, Democrats, I know what you're saying. That you think that the outcome of the presidential race was affected by what Donald Trump did in Ukraine. In reality, what he's doing now, because of what you accused of him falsely that your vice president actually confessed and did, it's about the deals going to pots. It's about the deals disintegrating from your hands when it's uncovered. Hell, you're already trying to give it all back, aren't you? Oh, I can't. Okay. In my opinion, this whole call is in my opinion. You're trying to cut those umbilical cords. You're trying to smother out those accounts. You're trying to you're gonna have to use all that money you stole just to pay these guys to shut the hell up so you don't get in trouble. Good luck. Hey, Democrats, who made you do it? Huh? Who made you do it? Huh? Satan? Was it Satan that did? Who made you do it? Huh? Come on. Tell me. What was it?
It wasn't.
What was it? Satan? Oh man, that's too funny. The church lady, man. I'd just like to see the church lady talking to Nancy P. Nancy P. Okay, I'm done. Oh, excuse me. Oh, Lordy, I'm sorry. Maybe in a couple more days I'll be totally better again. Yes.
Isn't that special?
I know. And then Nancy P. She says, I'm gonna go ahead and prosecute him. I'm gonna start the impeachment proceedings. Wasn't that special? Go on, man. Knock yourself out. You don't. It's crazy. How can you be so pig-headed when you know damn well that the... What did he say? What was it, about an hour and a half ago? What did Trump say? Up yours! I'm not going to go. Huh? I'm not going to go to the inquiry. No. The White House says, up yours. The way we walked out of NATO, the way we walked out of your little lynch party that you tried to do, Nancy P., with your people, the way we walk out of anybody, the media, they're trying to embarrass me, up yours. Bloomberg's media. You're not going to be... anyways, I've already talked about you, Bloomberg. So, yeah, isn't that special? All right, I'm done with that. Let me play you something because I need to get going here. And this won't take too long. But the CBI, we've been telling you, in my opinion, has no problems communicating to the citizens of Iraq that they are Article 8, and they use the tools, and that they're in a position to announce that they're Article 8 because their budget is, oh my God, it's full of stars, and everything in it is for the citizens, everything that they wanted, all because Daddy shows up and says, give it to them, now! What? The reforms! Okay. And they did. I mean, boom, like that. Wow, I wonder if we can ask for the cure of cancer. But I mean, boom, what you don't mess around with the United States of America. No, you don't. So, and and the CBI, in my opinion, has no problems going about what they're doing with their monetary reform. Now, what happened was that we told you about three articles, three things with the banks. Remember the last time we were together? I'm not going to review them, they're in your notes. No loans, raising capital, FDIC, all the. Okay. And I forgot where is it? It's under. Oh yeah, recording. And now, Delta, whose role with us as our team is to keep paying attention to that CBI website. He found something yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. So I said, shh, shh, shh. Actually, he found it 2 days ago. So I said, shh. So yesterday we said, go ahead and put it in now because I'm not going to do a UB2B, and tomorrow I'll talk about it a little bit more. And lo and behold, Delta brought it to us, and I'd like for you to listen to the conversation between me and Delta about what the CBI very blatantly, actually, I think it was the Trade Bank of Iraq or the Hadin Bank, they put on their website with no problems. And when Delta brought it to you, some of you reacted to it, but again, the majority didn't. And I thought to myself, well, the other gurus will jump on this. Nada. Doesn't anybody understand? Please enjoy.
Hey, Frankie. Sorry, so you're trying to call me and it's going to my voice.
It's okay. My phone is messed up as it is with so many phone calls throughout the day. Hey,
It's
man.
so old, but I have to upgrade. Good, buddy. How are you doing? How's everything?
Like you, trying to get over this virus, although I'm feeling better, but my poor Jan, I passed it on to her. I told her,
Oh my God.
I told her not to give me no kisses.
No kisses. No, just put a blanket in between your mouth.
We used cellophane. That didn't work. Hey, listen. I saw you made a post. I think it was 2 days ago. Oh gosh, I can't remember. It was very pretty too. You brought it onto the forum. Can you make a comment about it? Do you remember what it was, or you want me to look it up?
No, I think you're talking about the bank in Iraq, Al Place Bank.
Yes.
Which is all right. Remember this bank? They used to be a money exchanger, and they transferred to Islamic Bank in Iraq, and they're a very successful bank. It looks like they do auctions, they do everything. So what happened is in the social media, they have their website and they advertise about what they have as far as services. So I noticed that there's this ad that they had, which is, by the way, they do that almost every other day to the customers, that we deal with currency exchangers, we do this and that, and they'll show you basically the euro, the pound, and the USD against the Iraqi dinars. But I did notice they have like statement that was very interesting, because it said that by the way, the US dollar rate may change.
What?
Which is that was very strange, because what I did is, and I thought they had it all the way every ad, because remember they have ads since last month too, every month. So I went back previously. They start putting that notice on, I believe, November the 30th or the 29th. They start putting that small memo there for the customer. By the way, the exchange rate of the dollar may change.
What?
Which is in Arabic said, صار صرف الدولار قد يتغير, which is it may change. Which is, I said, first of all, it didn't click in my mind, and then I look at it again. I did read the numbers. Man, these people, it's like the first time I see something like that, telling the customers, we do exchange foreign currency, but just keep in mind the US dollar exchange rate might change. This is huge.
Which is, yeah. Oh man, please, family, don't call me. Okay. Shut up, Frank. Go to message. I don't know how to do this. Cancel. Hold on, family. I'm sorry. Okay, it's gone. Now we go back to the here we go. Picking up. And they, but do you understand the gist of what we're trying to do here? The CBI came out, and not only did they put it on their website, but then they put it out on social media. Hey guys, what? We can make loans. Well, you said you couldn't. Well, we got assets back there. We're ready. All righty. Well, what about it? Well, you can do maybe exchanging. If you want to do any exchanging with currencies, what are you talking about? Well, in case you want to exchange currencies, whatever. What about it? Just wanted you to know that the American dollar, the rate might change. Really? Now, you may say, you mean the rate of the US dollar is going to go up? No, the rate against the American dollar. Oh, you mean your program rate? Yeah. What about it? It might change. And do you remember I told my Firefly, Eddie, get in there quick and get the 250, 500, 1000s because they're going to run out. Yeah, okay. Eddie, get in there. Did you do that? Good. Now get in there and exchange all your American dollars. Get rid of your dollars as fast as possible, Iraqi citizens, in my opinion.
I mean, come on. It's like finding a footprint, and the footprint happens to be the footprint of King Kong. It's pretty obvious this footprint belongs to something big. And what they just mentioned in an Iraqi bank, a CBI representative, for them to say that, there's no fear. They got no problems educating the citizens, do they, on what they're doing with their currency reform?
Absolutely. I mean, this is what I got out of that. I mean, for them to give you this, and this is like a bold statement to tell their Iraqi. And remember, this is not for us, of course, for their own Iraqi citizen. Talking about we do this, we do. By the way, they're talking about they do foreign currency, they do buy and sell. You go to the bank, you can do that. But for them to put that, I've never seen something like that before from other banks. So.
It caught my attention, buddy. And for you to find it, well, you see, that's your department. That's what you do with us as a team. And with the ability to read Arabic, I mean, and all the dialects that you're familiar with, that helps us out a lot. I'm proud that you found it. I'm happy you brought it to us because it's another telltale sign. This is like the third.
And that's the reason, absolutely. That's the reason I brought it in, just to show the family that this is more and more confirmation that, our team, as you one walking stick, I mean, all the team that we're talking about. And besides, this is what they told us. And everything is coming up. And plus the other one that you put last week, about, there's no loans, especially with this big bank TBI for the whole month of December. And I mean, it's very, very strange, kind of odd from the bank that, like we said all the time, they make their money based on loans. So for you to stop, that's not usual. This is unusual and out to parent. So this one again from this bank, and again I went back to see when they start putting that statement, and like I said, it was, I believe they started the first time putting that about the dollar. And November the 29th or the 30th, they start putting that memo there. So it looks like, I mean, they got, like I said, I mean, we told the family exactly, and this is confirming 100% what you told the family, Frankie, a while back, that they got the LDs, they got the receipt, and they got the schedule and time, and now this bank is trying to leak that information. I'm not sure, or whatever they got, but probably they're trying to warn their citizens, because remember what's going to happen is
warn their citizens.
If people are not careful inside Iraq, and let's say you hold a lot of dollars, when they revalue the currency, you're going to lose a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like imagine someone going exchanging, I mean, you put, let's say, $1 million, and then you get, let's say, $840 right now, whatever the exchange is, and then the next day they go, let's say, $1, $2, whatever it is, what's going to happen to that guy? And it's going to be a problem. So that's why maybe, I'm not sure, I mean, they're trying to warn the people that
Because, brother,
Yeah, that's what I thought about it. They feel sorry. I mean, they know something. They know it's gonna, but they didn't say exactly that. Nobody knows the exact date except the CBI and the board of directors, which is we know that. But for them to warn their citizens, that was nice of them, and they want to try to make people careful that the dollar exchange rates may change. By the way, before I forget, there was a comment on this one on the forum from someone, I'm not sure who was it, but he was talking about that the rate is going to change. It's going to change against all the currency, not only the dollar. But I didn't have the time to respond to them, which is I was trying to answer and say, yeah, that's true. But remember, in Iraq, the U.S. dollar is the king. Everybody deal with dollar. Nobody deal with other currency. Very seldom you see them. You think it's probably euros, because the U.S. dollar is the number one currency in Iraq, and then the dinar. That's why they're talking about the dollar might change for their own citizens, because they're hard to use. But of course, when the IQD increase is going to, of course, increase against the euros, the pound, all the other currencies in the world, not only the dollars, but this bank, because they know everybody use dollars in Iraq. I mean, that's 99.99%. They use the dollar as the king in Iraq. So that's why this bank talking about the USD might change. Because remember, the USD2 is the only one it's fixed on the Central Bank of Iraq, like 1190, and that never changes. That's why. So I think it doesn't get more clear than this. I don't think it's a actual coincidence, because they have been doing this for the last. I keep watching this. I went yesterday too again, and they still have that announcement. Let's say for December the 5th, the 4th, the 3rd, the 2nd, the 1st. All of them are still the same. It's not like it's a glitch or something. It's not.
I like this. I mean, we told the family that the CBI was going to talk like parrots on steroids, and they started basically last Saturday, I think. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday here. They're talking a lot. And I'm very, very grateful that they're doing that, because it keeps the rhythm, it keeps the pulse going on the monetary reform with the citizens. The citizens feel like they've been left out. Hey, you forgot about us. No. We haven't. But what the citizens need to do is calm down. And today's report from Eddie was very encouraging. The United States now is getting involved with the protesters. I told him, Daddy's there, we're coming. Well, no, Mr. Frank, why can't we vote? Why haven't the Americans got involved? And why is Mahdi still here, all this? Mahdi's there because he's squealing like a pig, just like Maliki did. So don't worry about those things and wait. And sure enough, today he gave me, for the first time, a positive report. But I'm really, really intrigued by what you found from a Central Bank of Iraq bank representative of the CBI, and the same banks that were bragging that, hey, check it out. I report from Eddie was very encouraging.
I was told that we were spinning, so I went back like about 30 seconds in the recording, because I think that this recording is very important. I believe that if you listen and study what we're saying, it'll make sense, and then you can apply it to the next step of the monetary reform, in my opinion. A lot of people have said, Frank, you said that they're not using the American dollar anymore, that they don't use it in the auctions anymore. I assume that you were astute. Of course they use the American dollar in the GOI to run their government. Their currency ain't worth caca. I assume you're a student. Of course they use the American dollar to function, because that's what we gave them. A sanction, a program rate. We cover their asses. But they don't use the American dollar in the conversion of their currency anymore. That's a big thing. And therefore they can't steal it anymore. What's it being converted to? Nothing. It's staying as dinars. Yeah. Well, what the hell is the sense of ripping it off? We got to rip off a mountain of it. Yeah. Anyways, this is important. what is what the CBI website is saying about the American dollar in relationship or versus with their currency. I rewound it.
Urging the United States now is getting involved with the protesters. I told Eddie. I told him, Daddy's there. We're coming. Well, no, Mr. Frank. Why can't we vote? Why haven't
It stops, it goes, it stops, it goes. It looks like it's back. I'm going to continue
a
here.
pig just like Malachi did? So don't worry about those things and wait. And sure enough, today he gave me for the first time a positive report. But I'm really, really intrigued by what you found from a Central Bank of Iraq bank representative of the CBI, and the same banks that were bragging that, hey, check it out, I increased my assets. Hey, check it out, I ain't doing no more loans. You know why? Hint, hint, hint. Because the American dollar might change. Well, no kidding. All of this is coming together. It doesn't really take a genius to figure it out.
Absolutely, and as far as the U.S. too, and the reports in the U.S. all the time, they like to watch so far to see exactly who's involved because very brilliant stuff. Because as the U.S. they let's say they involve right away the first day, they'll never find out who's the bad ones. But when you give time, you'll see exactly who's the bad one. And by the way, there's a lot of stabbing.
I'm sorry, family. Hold on, family. I have to look at this, read something. Go now.
Recently, like last 2-3 days, on demonstrators. Bobby heard that too. They're not snipers anymore, but they're stabbing people in between them. So, but yeah, you're right. They know exactly what they're doing, but we're waiting for the moment that they're going to announce the corrupted one that they're going to be under sanctions, because that's going to be very huge. And I believe this was the reason again for them to wait all this time to look the 3 zeros and give power to the Iraqi minorities. They want to make sure that the corrupted are really basically accused and make sure everybody knows what's going on there. But the good news about all the demonstrators, even though we feel bad for the people that they died, but at least they caused exactly what they did. I mean, the prime minister, already going down. I think we should do something like this back in the U.S. so maybe those Democrats can go down and change the Constitution of the U.S. so the Senate, the Congress, they don't have more than 2 terms. You know?
They're doing. Hey, these Democrats are doing it to themselves. I felt bad when they started to do this early this year because, again, it doesn't take a genius. I am no Phi Beta, I'm no Phi Beta Kappa, I'm no summa cum laude, but when they started to do what they did 3 years ago and then what they demanded this summer, I thought, oh, they're going to expose themselves. I mean, they're so filled with rabies that they're very rabid and foaming at the mouth and not understanding that everything that they're accusing Trump of is exactly what their hero did, Obama. And it is going to uncover him and the Bidens and the Hillarys and everybody. So I guess it's okay. We don't need to do what they're doing in Iraq. Hey, I love you.
I'm just
I know.
A funny comment there.
There is one thing I do want to talk to you about. I'm not ready yet, but I'm making this recording so I can play it tonight, and I want to plant the seed. I've been telling the family for almost 2 weeks, just under, that 6 is important. Well, 6 was in position. I finally told them who it was, and now our president is trying to be careful. So I'm going to be careful with him. He is telling everybody, no. I didn't send 14,000 troops to the Middle East, to Iraq. No. You know what? He's right. He didn't send them to the ground. He sent them to the water and to the air. And we are, and I think we're this close, buddy, to something very short. And that's my new key word, short. I love you. I thank you for this report. And I will talk to you about something short as soon as they are done with it. Okay?
You got it, brother. I love you, man, and you take care. And yeah, to think too.
I sure will.
Hope
You know
feels
what?
better.
I got her sick, so I'm gonna have to go and make sure she's okay. Love you. Talk to you
Yes,
soon.
love you, brother. You take care.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
I told you I ran.
Anyways, that's my little UB2B for you tonight. It actually went a lot longer than I expected. What else is new, right? There's a lot of seriousness to what's going on right now. I'm going to go into our ktfalways.com. It's free. If you go to our site, watch. Let me see if I can show you. If I bring up ktfalways.com, go on my iPhone, I wonder if it'll. What does it say, Jan? Sign in, log in, or whatever?
Join now. You have to log out completely.
Oh, I have to log out. I'm already logged in. Well, how about if I get a brand new page? Boom, boom, ktfalways.com, go. I don't see it. Oh, shoot.
Still logged in.
I'm still logged in. What are the odds? Unbelievable.
Can't miss it.
But it said, what does it say? Join.
Now.
There's a little white tab. If you go to ktfalways.com, that's our landing page. Up on top, there's a little white tag, and it says Join Now. If you click on it, it takes you to how you can join our forum. It's free. Inside of our forum, there's something called Premium. That's $10 a month. If you can't afford it, call me. I'll give it to you free. But it is how I make my living. But anyways, and I hope I'm worth $10 a month. I don't even charge for the UB2Bs, do I? I don't charge for much of anything. So anyways, I'm going to go into team chat in there. And we're going to talk in there. I'm disturbed by one other thing. I wonder if I have the recording of it, Tink. You know those things that came in today, and a lot of people called me and talked to me about that as well too. Maybe I don't. Yeah, I don't want to play somebody's phone call by accident here. Wait a minute, here it is. Family, listen to this. And I want you to be aware. I want you to be smart. If the government wants to take your money away from you, the IRS, Social Security, anything that deals with your personal information, or if you get a phone call like this, listen to this garbage. I had a man call me and says, Frank, I got 2 calls. I said, what time did you get them? And he tells me, and we're cracking up because I said, that's what time I got mine. Listen to this. This is the 3rd one. I didn't answer it. So they left me a message.
Social Security Administration. Number to department is 83
Whatever.
444.
Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Whatever. It's a stupid scam. Oh, I didn't. I was blah 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 blah. But what it was administration number. You're in trouble. Call us, and you're going to get smacked or whatever, penalties and fines and this and that. What? You know what I did? I called them back. I called them back, and Tink and I we talked back and forth. I said Tink, or I didn't say Tink. I said left wing. Do you have it focused in? And yes, we do. A little bit more centered, please. Got it. Lift it up. Okay, take the picture now. Got it. Do we have the URL? All the information? Got it. Do we know the city? It's tagged down. Got it. Mark it, please. Mark it now, please. Got it. All righty. And what were they saying on the phone, Tink? Hello or
Hello.
hello?
Hello.
Hello? Anybody there? I'm calling. This is the IRS. I want to take your money. Hello? And I'm not paying attention. I'm just pretending like I'm somebody that I don't know what I was talking about. But basically, I said, all right, tag it. Take the picture now. Got it. All right, send this to the FBI. All right, disconnect. Go to the next number. Boom. And we hung up. And they were like, I tell you, that is so insulting. The best thing to do is, if you want, go ahead and call the FBI and give them that phone number. They collect those. They collect them and they know what to do with it. Anyways, there is one more thing that I'd like to, well, actually, two more things. We had someone send us cash. That's not something that we encourage. And the individual is from, what's that?
I had it in there so you couldn't see it.
Well, it's okay like that. This is the envelope that you sent us. If you recognize your writing, and you did send, was it 15?
$10.
You sent $10, and this is all. And this is all that you said. So we don't know if you're sending that as a donation, thank you. We don't know if you're sending it that you want it for walking stick, thank you. We don't know if you're sending it for premium, if you are, thank you. We'll credit your account. But you need to call us and let us know that it was you, okay? And we will know that it's you because you're going to give us your address, aren't you? One more thing. I was talking to my Tink. Tink, turn around here real quick. Remember yesterday when I said to you, babe, wouldn't it be just something if President Trump was watching us on our UB2Bs?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be something if maybe, I don't know, my favorite golfer, Fred Funk, was watching us, which he is. Hi, Fred. Yeah. And then I said, wouldn't it be something if, and then I mentioned off, these movie stars that we like.
Right.
Because we know that some movie stars watch us.
Right.
Well, lo and behold, we get a call today from a Hollywood actor, and he's talking to me and saying all kinds of nice things. And I said, "Thank you, thank you." And I said, "What did you do?" He says, "I did 48 hours with what's his name, Bill or Murray or
No, not Bill.
what's his name? 48 hours with that
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy. Is that it? Yeah." And I did Sniper 2, the recent. Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember them in that movie too. By the way, I did. Oh geez,
Bruce
what?
Willis. Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis, Murphy's Law, and Bruce Willis, that Towering Inferno thing or whatever. Anyway, so we got to talking and we became the best of friends. And I'll tell you what, sir, I don't want to say your name. You didn't give me permission, but I plan to do a lot of work with you for God's kingdom. No, and like we were saying, I've had other people from Hollywood call me, but you're one that I really gravitated to. And, we are KTFA. You are KTFA too. Apparently you've been with us for a while. I'd love to see if we can hook up with Hollywood and when the blessing occurs. And make movies to teach the Word of God. Movies about the apostles, about Jesus. Make movies out of Hollywood. We'll talk then. In the meantime, I want to thank you all for being with us. God bless you. You understand what I delivered to you tonight, okay? Countries and some politicians. You got to get back on board because you're running out of time, in my opinion. Donald Trump is using Iraq to bring prosperity back into the world. And it's got to work with the citizens. This prosperity is starting with Iraq. And if it fails with Iraq, there won't be no prosperity for anyone else. And I don't know of any other country that he can probably work this massive deals with. Honestly, I can't think of any other country. Speaking of countries, we still have some of the Bolivar, the Venezuela Bolivar. We still have it. and the dinar circulated. We still have it. You know what? I called my broker and I told him, I said, I've always told you, no no circulated dinars. I don't want to sell them. I only want to sell straight from the CBI. But 2 years ago, the CBI stopped. We can't buy them from the CBI no more. My broker can't. So we had to go outside. And those are what? Circulated dinars in other banks. I told my broker, let's go ahead and sell them because it is so hard to just get the inventory, I guess.
We're spinning. Nope, it's back.
We keep going round and round in circles, and I stop until I get you back. So, as I was saying, we're going to go ahead and continue to offer the circulated and uncirculated. Uncirculated is $1,200 for 1 million dinars, but circulated is $1,030. Yeah. Anyways, oh, check this out. The Bolivar currency that we are offering now, this is what it looks like. And we are now only left with 3 packages. And they're 21 notes. These 3 packages are these.
Not that one.
Oh, not this one. This one is being sold by itself, a la carte. But these are the 21 notes right here. And these 21 notes, what we have left are sets. The 21 notes that you just saw. And by the way, in case you want to know what they are, here you go. Of the 21 notes, 8 of them are from the series of 2018. There's a 2 Bolivar, a 5 Bolivar, a 10, a 20, a 50, a 100, a 200, and a 500. Now, those are the 8 from 2018. Then the other 13, because 13 plus 8 is 21, the other 13 are printed from 2013 to 2017. And they are a 2 Bolivar, a 5 Bolivar, a 10, a 20, a 50, a 100, a 500, a 1,000, a 2,000, a 5,000, a 10,000, a 20,000, and a 100 Bolivar. So those 21 notes, we are selling them in sets. And the sets that we have left are a 5 set, a 10 set, and a 15 set. So in your mind, so you can calculate, if you want a 5 set of the 21 notes, it's 5 times 21 is how many notes you would get. So there you go. And we do also have the Bolivar 50,000 note. If you need any of these prices, any of these products, call me. My name is Frank. My phone number is 419-283-2552. I am a registered agent, proud of it, with a licensed broker with the United States Treasury. When you call me, I cannot answer any questions about currency. Here, it's my opinion. It's a venue where I can express it. But when you call me, my job is to take your order without any other information. When I take your order, then I send to your email. That is our very first communique, our paper trail. Once I take your information on the phone, I send to your email the instructions on how you pay for that order that you just made. Your order is guaranteed for 48 hours. Inside of those 48 hours, we ask you, send it postmarked. If you do in those 48 hours, it's guaranteed no matter what to arrive to you. Okay? The email will tell you you can send a cashier's check, a money order, or even a personal check. And it also tells you you have to send a copy of your driver's license. Well, Frank, the other dealer didn't ask me for a copy of my driver's license. Let that be upon him. We know what the United States Treasury demands of my broker, of me, and of you in order to buy a currency. We want you to do it the way that the United States Treasury has taught us. Alrighty, we done. KTFA Kona, I will see you in about 5 minutes inside of your team chat, and we're going to lay out what's happening interiorly, and I'll give you commentary along the way. We should finish it within about 30 minutes, I pray. I thank you all for being with me once again. I will be with you probably tomorrow night, because tomorrow is the nights that we dedicate to our premium to answering questions. Oh my goodness, what they have, almost 50 questions that we answered last Saturday. I think we can continue to do this. What do you think, Premium? As long as I only answer your questions, how about that? Because that's all the time we have for it. Dear me, last Saturday we went almost 3 hours. But there's a lot of prudent information, a lot of useful information in your questions, especially from those of you that are newbies. I don't mind answering your questions because there are a lot of you among us now. And once again, when you go somewhere else and they tell you, oh, they're exchanging, oh, it's happened, oh, this or that, please do not call me to ask me, is it true? I am not responsible for somebody else's information. That's only logical, right? I am responsible for me. So therefore, are you a member of my forum, ktfalways.com? If you're not, you should be. Y'all take care of each other. God bless you. Aloha. Bye-bye.